Welcome to Untamed Hearth, where adventures are a way of life and home is the cozy place we snuggle up in between. My name's Laura Ann, and I'm so glad you could join us on our adventure today. Come along with us while we build our house. We are building it in phases, so first we're going to build the garage with an apartment over it, and then over the next couple years we're going to build the rest of the house. Good morning. I am headed off to a basketball game this morning, but I am going to stop by up at the property. River started digging the foundation yesterday. I'm so excited. It feels like this dream that we've had is finally coming to fruition here, and it is so exciting. He said he got about a quarter of it dug last night. And so he's been at it since like 5:30 this morning, probably 5:30, and it is 7:30 now. So I'm excited to see how much he's gotten done this morning. I'm just gonna do a quick stop by and see how it's going because I have to scoot to this basketball game. It's Trace's last AAU game in high school, so I don't really want to miss it. But it's about an hour away. Like everything for us is like an hour away. So anyway, I am going to bring you guys along and we'll take a look at the foundation. Yesterday River and I mapped out the elevations to see how much he had to dig, and one of the things that he found was that there's some parts of it that he doesn't have to dig very much. And so last night we talked about it. Do we want to have more foundation showing, or do we want to buy more fill? Because there is not going to be enough fill for us to use just from our own property. So we're going to have to decide where we want to spend our money. So we decided we would rather spend our money on fill than on concrete because we'd rather have a little bit more backyard, like not as many steps up to things outside, a little more backyard. So anyway, we're gonna see how this goes. I am just about there. Oh my gosh. I can already see rocks River's pulled out of this area, and there's a big pile of dirt. All right, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna show you what's what. You guys, it looks so good. This is just so cool to see happen. We have worked so hard to get this property to this point where we could dig the foundation. The number of trees we cut down and the gravel we've had to spread to make the driveway. It is just amazing to be here at this moment. He has to go all the way beyond those stakes there. I think I can make it work. And you can see some of the rocks he's been pulling out, which we'll use in the retaining wall. And we have a level area where the garage is going to go. This is so cool. As you can see, he didn't have to dig down very much in most areas to make it level. All right, everybody. It is Tuesday morning up at the property, and I am coming to check out what River did last night. Did some more work on the foundation. He's got to dig down for where the footers need to go and where there's going to be drainage. So let's check it out. See how it's going. So this is the front of the drain, or the front of the garage. So he's got to leave room in here for where the footer's got to go along this line. And then in front of it's going to be drainage. And then he's going to dig on this side. and he's going to dig on the far side over there for the rest of the footers and the drainage. And he's going to have to do a step down on each side because in order to get 4 feet of frost walls. We do live in Maine. It freezes, although it seems like less and less lately, but it does freeze. So we have to be prepared for that. Anyway, it's looking really good. River got the trench dug all the way around the foundation to put in the footers and the drainage. The kids had a fantastic time on the 2 loads of crushed stone that we had delivered. I mean, you gotta have some fun while you're working, right? So here they are playing. River did it a few times too. Gotta join in. River needed some help spreading the crushed stone. He needed someone to hold a grading stick for him, so Arden went up and did that. He did a great job. He had a lot of fun. You know, it's important for the kids to feel like they're involved. We really want them to feel like they are helping with as much as possible, because this is going to be a big part of our summer. So we want them to be able to help where they can. And this was something that he could do. It's a 16-foot grading stick. It's pretty hard to hold. He did a great job. So what you see here is what River and Arden worked on last night. They're smoothing out the stone, trying to make it level all over so that they can put in the drainage pipes that go around the outside of the footers to draw moisture away from the foundation. Moisture is a really big concern for us because of the mold at our last house. So we're trying to do everything we can to make sure that we mitigate that problem as much as possible. Mold is naturally occurring. It's around us all the time. It's only a problem when you get certain types of mold and they multiply at alarming rates. But the idea is to try to keep the area underneath the foundation as dry as possible so that you don't have any moisture that seeps up through the foundation into the floor of the garage, and eventually, when we do the house, into the floor of the house. So that's where we're at right now. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to walk around and get a view of the other side because I think the other side is done. So this big pile of stone right here needs to be all gone by the 8th because that is when they're coming to put in the footers for the foundation. So we have got an all hands on deck situation happening tomorrow because on Sunday the kids have a tournament. So we're all going to be at that. So tomorrow everybody's going to be here. We're all going to be moving crushed stone and measuring and like putting in pipes for drainage. Now, River did come across some ledge in some areas, so I don't know how we're going to handle that, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow. It's all hands on deck this morning. The boys had something earlier, and River and Trace were here working on it. Trace has the grading stick, so he's just going around where River had been raking to make sure that it was pretty level, and they did a great job. Look at that, it's so smooth and pretty. They had to compact it afterwards, and now River is using the excavator to level out some of the stone that he poured there. This is hard to do. You have to be really delicate with the handles, but you can do a lot with an excavator, especially if you're really good at it. My uncle is great with an excavator. He can get very precise. It takes a lot of practice to be able to do that, and you have to be really delicate with the controls, but River's doing a great job with that, and it's really helpful to not have to spread every single inch of this by hand, because let me tell you, crushed stone is heavy, and it's possible we might all be pretty sore tomorrow. We're definitely all taking arnica tonight. I'll tell you that much. As you can see, River's got the excavator out in the middle of the foundation. Trace and I were teasing him. We're like, don't be like Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann and get stuck in the basement. But he said he has a plan already for a way out, so that's good. Here we are laying out the last of the drainage pipes. This is really exciting because we're getting closer and closer to the end, which means I think we're going to finish today. This is great news because that way River can come with us tomorrow to the kids' tournament. So it's really exciting. And everybody's been working really hard. It's awesome.
Step. We're going to start tucking this. Is there any particular way to do this? Well, fold the fabric over, and then any of the voids underneath, you want to pack stone underneath, so that the pipe is supported, you know.
Here's the last step. Trace is compacting everything. You definitely want to make sure that you compact the area where you're building anything so that you get out any possible air pockets and everything is nice and firm to make a good foundation. Hey everybody, I thought I'd give you a little update. We've been up here all day. Well, River's been up here all day at the property, and Trace has been up with him for the majority of the day, and the boys and I came this afternoon. They had something in the morning, and oh, water. See ya.
I gotta put it in here.
And Trace left his water in my car. He's still up here helping River. So our goal was to finish the bed for the footers and the drainage around the foundation today. And we pretty much succeeded. They're coming to pour the foundation either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember which day. Not the whole foundation. There's 3 parts to the foundation. First they pour the footers, then they come back and they make the forms for the walls, then they come back and they pour the walls, then they'll come back, we'll fill in the middle of the walls with sand mostly, I think. And we put in all of the conduit for the water lines and the electrical lines and the cable, not cable, nobody has cable anymore, the internet, and then they'll come back and they will pour the concrete for the floor, which is 4 inches of concrete for the floor of the garage. So So it's supposed to be done by the end of May, and we are supposed to get a delivery of wall panels and trusses basically like the week before. We should also be getting our LVLs for the floor system. So all of that's gonna be delivered in the beginning of June. So that will be really exciting. I can't wait to see the foundation. It was a lot of work. We were all there today for a couple hours, and then the boys came back home. They didn't last long. They were completely covered in sand, and I think they got hungry. Meanwhile, while we're doing all the stuff for the foundation, we will also be working on our woodshed so that we have a nice place to camp for 3 months, or possibly 4. I don't know if it will be ready for us to move into by September, end of September, but maybe mid-October. I have faith. We will get it livable. I'd like it to have, flooring and walls up and painted and all of that stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll make do if we have to. Hey guys, they finished spreading all the crushed stone, compacting it yesterday, which was fabulous. We did not need another delivery of crushed stone, for which I'm very grateful. You would not believe how much money you can spend on crushed stone, sand, gravel. It is insane. Anyway, it's all ready for them to come pour the footers, which is very exciting. And I'm so glad you guys are along for this adventure. Remember to hit that subscribe button so you can see what we do next. Thanks for coming along with us.